This last summer I went to study abroad in France. My professor pulls me aside and she says, "Hey Rebel, while you're in France, can you pick up this cream for me? It's called Saint Bernard. It's everywhere. You'll see it." Well, I got to France and I didn't find it. It was nowhere. I looked everywhere, and every time I walked up to someone and I said, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard?" And they gave me this look of disgust. They just said, "No." So everywhere I go, whether it's like a field trip or my own personal free time, I'm looking for this cream for this woman. I don't even know what it's for. She said she needed it for her husband and her family, so I really don't want to get into that. I walk into the supermarket thinking, all right, listen, I'll just go by pictures. But after a month of eating weight-gating cookies for toddlers, I realized I need a new approach. So I go into the open-air market, and they've got tables of meat packets next to thongs, and I'm thinking, all right, well, where are the pharmaceuticals? I go up to this table I think is a pharmacy, and it turns out it's a petting zoo. It's got like a goat and a kitten together in this milk crate, and I'm thinking, all right. I walk up, I say, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard?" And the man is like shaking these yellow pellets into my hand. I'm like, what, do I have to feed the goat before I can buy pharmaceuticals? But no, he's like shoving my hand back at me. I'm like, all right, is this like a test? I have to like eat the goat food before I buy anything? The next thing I know, the French police are yelling at him, like running up at us. And I'm like, listen, if this guy's on the lam, I do not want to buy medicinal services from him. So I'm out. Well, I go into like the one-stop shop in the village I'm staying in, which is like a bakery and a 7-Eleven all in one. And I'm thinking, maybe this is like a secret society. Maybe I have to like approach it like I'm buying condoms or tampons. You just kind of like, you buffer it with other products. So I walk in and thinking, well, what else do I need? Oh, I need a loofah. So I walk in and I'm like, shit, I don't know the French word for loofah, but I do know the French word for shower, which is douche. So I walk in and I'm like, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard et loofah douche?" And the shopkeeper is just so confused. Like, she disregards the Saint Bernard because she's just like, what Franglish have you brought into my store? So the transaction happens so quickly. One, because she's French, and the other because I'm American and saying douche just gives me the church giggles. So in slow-mo, the transaction actually happens like this, me miming, because what? French people love miming, right? So I'm going, douche. And she's going, oui, douche. And I'm like, no, I don't need shower gel, I need the douche. Well, like 10 minutes go by and I walk out with a purchase of the shower gel, no Saint Bernard. We go to Paris, the city of lights, so I'm thinking there's got to be someplace open that has the stuff. All my friends are going to like Notre Dame, the Eiffel Tower, seeing the Mona Lisa, and I'm pharmacy hopping. So I'm like, listen, I've got to have some fun. I'm wasting my entire summer looking for this weird-ass cream. So I'm like, listen, Dan, you've got to be assertive with yourself. So I walk in the pharmacy, I grip the counter, I look the pharmacist straight in the eye, and I say, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard?" And she looks at me and she goes, "Saint Bernard." And I say, "Saint Bernard." And then she goes, "Saint Bernard." And I say, "Saint Bernard." And the thing is, when you're talking French to French people, you think you sound really suave, like, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard." But in reality, you really sound like, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard." And the problem is, they love this. They love to fuck with you. So after minutes of this exchange, she finally looks at me so coyly, and she just pushes this white box at me as she says, "Ah, vous voulez Saint Bernard." So I'm like, great, you know what, I don't even care that I got humiliated by you. I don't care that no one told me that there's like a weird G in this word. I'm so proud of myself that I have this product. Well, I get back to the hotel room. And I'm getting curious. I'm looking at this box like, I don't know what it is. It's this mythical thing I've been searching for. So I open it. And the instructions are in English. And I'm reading over it and it's saying all this crazy stuff like, you know, it's great for pain, for muscle relief, but don't give it to your kids because it'll cause seizures. So I'm thinking, my professor has children. Why would she want to give her children seizures? So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just like, you know, unscrew the cap. Just see what it's like. And I do, and I get this whiff of lavender. It smells so good, it's so mesmerizing. So I just like start rubbing it all over my feet, on my arms, on my quads, on my back, on my neck. 7 hours later, I wake up, it's past midnight, and I don't know who I am, where I am, what I'm doing with my life. I look over and half the bottle of Saint Bernard is used up. I'm like, shit. This is my last night in Paris, I gotta go back to the States. What am I gonna do? So I go back to the States, and I give her this like half-used, crumpled up box of Saint Bernard. I mumble something about customs. And you know what? It was worth it, because I finally had some fun in France.